Welcome to today's breaking news update. In a major escalation of tensions between Ukraine and Russia, reports have emerged that Russian military forces have launched a retaliatory attack against Ukraine in response to a border attack that occurred earlier this week. According to sources, the Russian military launched a series of airstrikes and artillery barrages against Ukrainian military positions near the border, causing significant damage and casualties. The attack reportedly targeted Ukrainian military installations in the Kherson region, which is located in southern Ukraine and borders the Crimean peninsula. This latest development follows an incident earlier this week, in which a Ukrainian drone reportedly crossed into Russian airspace and dropped explosives on a military base in Crimea. The attack caused no casualties, but Russia has condemned it as a violation of its sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Russian government has yet to officially comment on the latest attack, but Ukrainian officials have condemned it as a clear act of aggression and a violation of international law. The Ukrainian military has reportedly mobilized its forces in response to the attack and has called on the international community to condemn Russia's actions. The situation in Ukraine has been tense since the country's pro-Russian president was ousted in a popular uprising in 2014, and Russia subsequently annexed Crimea. Despite ongoing efforts to resolve the conflict, tensions between the two countries have remained high, with occasional flare-ups of violence. This latest attack marks a significant escalation in the conflict, and there are concerns that it could lead to a wider war between Ukraine and Russia. The international community has called for calm and urged both sides to avoid any actions that could further escalate the situation. In response to the latest attack, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has convened a meeting of the country's top military officials and security advisors. The Ukrainian government has also called for an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council to discuss the situation. The Russian government has accused Ukraine of provoking the attack and has stated that it reserves the right to defend its borders and citizens. Russian officials have also accused Western governments of supporting what they call a fascist regime in Ukraine. The United States and European Union have condemned the attack and called on Russia to de-escalate the situation. In a statement, the U.S. State Department called on Russia to immediately cease its aggressive actions, and warned that it would support Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The latest developments have also raised concerns about the impact on the global energy market, as Ukraine is a major transit route for Russian gas exports to Europe. The price of natural gas has already risen sharply in response to the escalating tensions. The conflict between Ukraine and Russia has already resulted in thousands of deaths and displacement of civilians, and there are fears that the latest attack could lead to a full-blown war between the two countries. The international community has called for an immediate ceasefire and renewed efforts to find a diplomatic solution to the conflict. We will continue to follow this story and provide updates as they become available. Thank you for watching this breaking news update.